Hi there. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Making a little tea. This is Mom's apple tea from David's Tea. It's funny. I think about my relationship with tea, like many things in my life, and I don't know why I do this, but everything has to have a purpose. Everything has to have a meaning. You have to like justify things, right? I struggle with that. It's like when I started drinking tea, I looked at it very functionally, the caffeine, the health benefits, but as my wife always says, and this is one of the wonderful results of having been with her for 21 years, is that she always challenges me in, does it have to have a function? Can you just not do it for pleasure? Can you just not like drink tea because you like it? I know, it seems like a little thing, but everything. It's food. So we've chatted about that I don't eat sugar. And it's not because sugar feeds cancer. In my opinion, and the research that I've done, I don't believe that to be true. It's complicated. But for me, it's actually because sugar just doesn't process well in my body. It just doesn't. I get super hyper. I crash. It just doesn't make my body function well, right? But I have a love for honey. And my Aunt Mary loves honey, and she travels with her own honey. And she gave me this little honey bear, and it was something, again, one of those moments. Last year when we did our little, was that last year? Was that this year? I think that was this year. I have a very hard time with time now. But when I saw my aunts, when I went to see my sister, that was this year. Anyways, she carries her honey around with her. And I was like, how brilliant is that? Do I have to be so strict that everything has to have a function? Can I not just enjoy some things? And now I refill this little honey guy, and this guy travels with me. And every once in a while I pull it out and I just remind myself, enjoy. Not everything has to have a purpose. It's a good thing to remember this morning. I've been able to read. I mean, like really read. It's been glorious. It's really, it's that time of year where it's like turning into fall and cloudy weather and tea and books and I love fall. It's my favorite time of year. I grew up in upstate New York where the colors of the fall, the purples and the reds and the oranges and the yellow, I've never seen anything like it. In all my travels around the world, the colors are it's just, you can't believe it's nature. And it's time for apple cider and apple fritters, everything apple. Again, grew up in upstate New York, Pennsylvania. I've been really, really focused on the little things these past couple of weeks. Something I haven't shared, just because I don't know. This one scared me, so I needed to process first. Before though, can you see this? Oh my God, I love the smell of this. Can you see this teapot? So again, making tea be a glorious thing. Can you check out the decorations? God, chemo brain arc. Someone sent us this teapot. We have no idea who. One of the glorious things. Check out this little frog. I just love it. I love it. One of the glorious things about the only fucking thing that's good about cancer. I hate that. I hate when people say the gift of cancer. I'd rather not have any fucking gifts. Take your toys and go home. No, okay. The only good thing, I have friends around the world and I randomly get gifts in the mail, and not necessarily do they have a note or are they claimed by anyone. This happens to be one of those. If anyone sent this to us, please let us know. We love it so much. Makes me smile every day. Have no idea who sent it. Again, making tea can be fun. You can spend 5 minutes just exploring this pot. Okay, the things I wasn't sharing. I have had some pretty severe debilitating pain over the last, it's been a while. It started closer to when my wife was getting her knee done. That's why I didn't share it. I didn't want to take away from her. To be honest, I broke the cardinal rule with my wife. I didn't share it with her at first. When I was diagnosed, we had a very, very intense conversation about that we would not make decisions for each other. We would not make decisions thinking, I'm doing this to protect your feelings or to take care of you. We needed to be completely honest with each other so that we could care for and with each other. And so therefore, if I was anxious about something, I needed to share that. If I had pains, I needed to share that. Vice versa. Like, we needed to be completely open. And this was the first time that I did not share with her right away. I didn't have any intention of keeping it from her, but again, she was getting her knee done. So like, I wanted that to be the focus. It's one of the exhausting things about cancer. Every fucking thing is about cancer. I remember I never wanted to, like, I don't want my identity to be a woman, only about being a woman. I didn't want my identity to be only about being a lesbian, right? There's complexity to this person. Ooh. I'm starting to decorate, and so therefore people stop a lot, and we have nursery children by here. Sorry, I'm struggling a lot. Little people walk past my house. They stop. They look at decorations. Dog gets excited. Okay, back to cancer. I've been in a lot of pain. Debilitating pain. My spine. The top of the spine, the bottom of the spine. It feels like someone grabs hold of it and then sends electricity through it. Right? And you're like, whoa! And you... the same thing happens in my skull. There's been, electric dance parties in my skull. So, obviously that scares me. Metastasizing scares you. Anything that, little pain in your body, you're like, oh my God, I have cancer. Oh, it's just a piece of dirt. It is scary in this case because it very intense pains. Okay. Well, I finally, once my wife was healing, pain wasn't going away, told my oncologist, discussed it with my wife, and then he set up 3 MRIs for that area. Let me tell you, for all of us that are managing chronic diseases, the fact that I'm in a CT scanner every 2 months. I'm in MRI. At this point, it's been every 3 months. For those of you that have not had the pleasure of an MRI, oh, it's so lovely. Yeah, get undressed. For my CT scan, I've got the clothes down. Like, I don't have to get undressed. I just walk in, I go to the machine. But the MRI, even like your Lululemon clothes, it like makes the thing go off. So you have to get undressed, you get it, you're naked, you lay on a thing, and and they also, they inject you with stuff that warms your body, makes you feel like you're gonna pee, like all kinds of crazy fun things. And you have to lay perfectly still, and then it takes you into a tunnel. And if you're claustrophobic, well, deal with it. If you're too big, well, deal with it. I mean, there's lots of things that you're in here like, okay. And then, on top of it, the sound of the MRI machine is like a fucking jackhammer. I mean, like loud enough that they give you, some MRI machines, they give you just earplugs. Some, they have headphones for you. Some, like they try to do their best. Anyways, an hour and a half for this particular spinal, you lay down, and for an hour and a half, the noise doesn't stop, it's shaking. I am literally at this point able to fall asleep in these things. And that's pathetic. Oh, cut to the chase. I got the results this morning. So we also never open results without each other. We do this together. My wife happened to go to the office today. They're starting to go back. Her office has been open for a little bit, but my wife is so scared. She's so scared she's going to be the one that gives me COVID, right? And how do you deal with that? So, whatever. Today's a big day. She went to the office. My scans came in, and she called me and said, "Do you want to do it over the phone?" Okay, let's do it. It's okay. It's okay. You know what? I have, let me pour this. I have a degenerative disease. Or not disease. I have degenerative things happening because I'm old. I know that sounds insane, right? Like, why am I laughing? Like, why am I celebrating this? Because I have an old person problem. I'm turning 50 in February. 2.5 years ago, I did not think that could happen. The fact that, yes, very, very scary. This has been very, very scary, as I could tell. That's why I'm doing things like smelling tea, taking time with it. I'm gonna take my vitamins. I'm gonna jump on my bike, let go of all the stress, because there's been a lot that I've been holding in my body, but it's all good. It's all good. I do have another set of MRIs on Friday. It's just that time of year, so can you believe it? It's my 2-year anniversary for my liver surgery. So liver, colon, and a chest CT scan. I will be honest, I am just as nervous about this one because something that's even newer is I'm having pretty severe pains in this area, which is the area for your liver. I was hoping it would go away. Just as I'm hoping cancer would go away, but it doesn't. So, that's for another day. Today, I'm just an old lady. An old lady drinking her mom's apple pie tea. Yeah. I have a new author that I'm infatuated with. Her name is Leah Thomas. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm not sure if that's actually her name. So I'm going to put it in the description. She's a marvelous storyteller. And somehow I picked up these books that she wrote, and it was just the most, it's a young adult fiction, and I think for any of you that just need to get lost in a story, it's really good, but it's about enjoying the little things. It's about remembering from whence you came. And I think that the impossible starts to happen. We forget things. And I forget sometimes how incredibly fortunate I am to just simply be able to smell and enjoy this tea. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna take my old lady body, go sit down, and enjoy this tea, and then go for a bike ride, because I can. All right. I will chat with you this weekend. Not sure if I'll know the results of my CT scan until I meet with my oncologist on Wednesday, but whatever. I'll give you a shout then. Okay? All right. See you later.